Hello everyone, today we will recreate street food from different countries right at home. Let's go. In Turkey, they cook a huge spiral of deep-fried dough, and this burma is called patateslise. After roasting, it is transferred to a container with syrup, and it is completely soaked. After that, it's all sliced up. We're left with a very crispy dough with syrup inside. So let's put 180 grams of butter into a saucepan and pour in 480 milliliters of water. And a little bit of sugar, a pinch of salt, and let's wait for it to boil. This liquid should be poured over with 300 grams of flour. And mix it up. We're left with this custardy dough. There are 6 eggs left to add. And the final time to mix. We will use a cooking siphon as they do in Turkey. Unscrew it and fill it with dough. Now put the lid back on. And unscrew this compartment. And with the help of a can of compressed air, we will create pressure in the siphon. Now we will make the simplest syrup consisting of sugar in advance. And water. When it boils and all the sugar is dissolved, it's ready. And now heat up a lot of oil in a wide frying pan. And squeeze the dough out of the siphon in the form of a spiral. Yeah, something went wrong here. Therefore, let's just use a good old cooking bag. With this, we will be able to squeeze out the spiral very slowly and carefully. While the crust has not appeared on the dough yet, it can be smoothed out with a spatula so that each layer lies in its place. Fry it on one side and put it on a tray. Now turn it over with the lid. And fry it on the second side. That's it, our spiral's ready. So now we just need to pour the syrup over it. After it's soaked up, you can cut into it. Let's try it. Oh yeah, now this is the taste of Turkish desserts, sweet, crunchy, and very tasty. The next type of street food is from Vietnam. This is their most popular national soup, pho. Rice noodles are placed in a deep dish, thin slices of raw meat are poured in with hot broth, and they immediately become boiled. Also, you were given different sauces when serving, which can be added at will. Chili pepper is a must, and of course, squeeze out some lime juice. In a good way, the broth is so meaty and rich that it should almost make your lips stick together. Well, let's do it ourselves. We get some beef tail for the broth. We put it onto a baking sheet and a piece of pulp right there. We shove the baking sheet into the oven. You will also need an onion. Cut each onion into 4 parts. And we'll pop that onto a second baking sheet. Also cut some ginger into slices. Put that on the baking sheet as well. And pop it into the oven. Now we need to bake the meat to a crust. Due to this, the broth will be much richer. The onion should also be golden brown. So let's take it out. The tail and the meat are immediately sent into a pan. Fill with water up to the top. And we cook literally for 20 minutes. This is the first cloudy broth, and it needs to be drained. And also wash the bones and meat under running water. Now fill the pot with water again. And we'll return it to the stove. Now you can add in baked onion and ginger. Put the frying pan on the stove. Add in some anise, coriander, cloves, cardamom, and cinnamon sticks. All the spices need to be thoroughly warmed up so that their flavor opens up much more. And now you can put it into some cheesecloth. And put it into a bag. And close it up. The spices are also sent into the broth. And add a cube of mushroom broth right here. And of course, some monosodium glutamate for a rich taste. Also a mandatory component is a fish sauce. Add in some salt. And a spoonful of sugar. That's it, leave it to cook under the lid and reduce the heat to medium. 3 hours later, you can get out the spices. They've already worked themselves out, and also the meat, until it is completely boiled. And we continue to cook the broth for another 9 hours. Cut the boiled meat into pieces. Let's put this on a plate with our extras. And also, there should be some hot sriracha sauce and soy sauce. And also, you need some kind of raw, soft meat. I just grabbed a marble ribeye steak, cut it into thin slices. And put that on the plate as well. 9 hours have passed and the broth is definitely cooked. We take out our large bones of meat from the bottom. And filter the broth through some cheesecloth. Now it's finally ready. Now we just need to boil some rice noodles. Put these on a plate. And start adding in some ingredients. The raw meat first. Then boiled. Then scoop in your hot broth. And pour it over the raw meat slices. Also add in some chili peppers and leeks. Bean sprouts. Cilantro. And squeeze out some lime juice. That's it, your real pho is ready. Now let's mix it up before we eat. And try it. Okay, this is just delicious. And if you add some soy and hot sauce and mix them all together, then it becomes even tastier. The next street food is prepared in Germany, and these are pork knuckles. During Oktoberfest, the Germans eat 80,000 rolls. There are a couple of varieties, but I like them most with a crispy crust. We urgently need to repeat this. I took some 4 handlebars at once. The first thing to do on their skin is to make some incisions. First lengthwise and then across. Put some black pepper into a mortar, some coriander, and some fennel. and all of this is grinded. We will also add in some salt, mix it, and sprinkle this all over our knuckles. It needs to be rubbed in very well. Done. Now cut an onion into rings. And put it into a baking sheet. Top it out with your meat. And pour some broth into the bottom of the pan. And also some dark beer. That's it, now pop it into the oven. At about 120 degrees, we will cook for 3 hours. Then increase the temperature to 250 and turn on the grill mode with blowing. Now the crust will become crispy. Traditionally, the knuckle is served with fried red cabbage. To make this, cut an onion into half rings. Peel an apple into small cubes. And we're gonna try to thinly slice some purple cabbage. Fry the onion up first, then add in the apples and the cabbage. Pour in some beef broth, bay leaf, carnation, ground coriander, ground ginger, nutmeg, salt, sugar, a little vinegar, and cover with a lid. Now our rolls are completely ready. Their crust is very crispy. We put this onto a plate. And the cabbage was stewed for 20 minutes and it's completely ready. Now we can serve it as well. Let's try the meat. It has a very rich meat flavor, and the crust is awesome and crunchy. And the cabbage sets off its sourness in kind of a funny way. If you guys would like more videos where we recreate street food, then be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And bye, everybody.